Are there any questions? Okay, I still got people going. We're Zoom shopping, everybody. Some people are still going to WebEx. Some got close. Forward. If there's no questions, we'll go ahead and move on to the next, which is the review of the previous minutes. And we'll go ahead and once our secretary is ready, we'll go ahead and do a review.
I'm ready. All right, good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you.
Good evening.
So these are the general meeting minutes, brief recap from January 8th, 2026. There was officer elections. All of the officers are reelected to their positions. There was, the treasurer's report was approved. Past minutes were approved. There's some community concerns about the ANC's budget and can it be used to help constituents who need money for rent and utilities. There's concern about ANC 7C not giving money to organizations or college funds. Constituents wanting guidelines put in place for what the budget can be used for, and questions about why is money sitting there. Commissioner Brown responded, explaining what the functions of the money were for. Commissioner Scott presented an ANC 7C evidence brief about gambling and alcohol and how it impacts the community and equity concerns. And that is supposed to be ready for presentation today. There's concerns about prostitution activity. There are veterans on the Rise building of Sheriff Road. There's concerns about buildings and tenants who have lived over on Eastern Avenue and multiple housing violations, and money that they're being asked or being offered in order to move by the 15th, and a concern with offering them only $10,000. There's concern from constituent who lives at the Strand residence about people who ride scooters and dropping them off in front of the residence. Chairman Holmes explained that this was a DDOT issue. There was concern from constituent complaining about asphalt down the cement, cutting down city blocks with asphalt and cement, and not immediately fixing issues on the street. Concern from Commissioner Gaffney about a speed bump and does not understand why services that we asked for are not being met, and especially being that this was near a senior citizen home. MPD was not in attendance. DDOT was not in attendance. We had Maria, nothing from DPW either. We have Maria Escher from DCPL who thanked ANC about advocacy with their broken windows, spoke about their winter reading program with the Wizards and giving tickets to games, piloting a notary service at the MLK Library, offering free notary services, and opinions will be asked for input in the near future. No one from DPR, DCPS, Sharona Robinson discussed returning back from winter break, and the days that students will be off for holidays and professional development days, and that we are also in lottery season, which had opened up on December 15th. Ebony Rose Thompson came from School Board of Education, talked about officers being elected, panel being made on community schools to make sure that things are put in place to ensure that barriers to students going to school are removed. They're still working on the high school graduation requirements. They will have a task force meeting to discuss that. They're digging into CTE, which is Career Technical Education, and that there is going to be a citywide student day. Students will be fed and receive community service hours. Our Moker, Amber Wright, came to discuss leaf collection and to have your leaves at the curb. Letitia Vincent from Felder's office explained something about Phi Beta Sigma Day at the very end, and then we talked about Phi Beta Sigma Founders Day, excuse me, overlapping with another day. I didn't quite catch that. and then we adjourn. I guess I have to get clarity of it.
All right.
What was that?
Zeta Phi Beta, our sorority sisters. Their day was coming up too.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what she said.
Okay. Thank you. It was stated that the Zeta's Phi Beta Day was coming up as well, along with the Phi Beta Sigma Day. With all due respect, yes.
Thank
Nailed it.
Yes. Okay.
Commissioner,
Okay.
Commissioner Brown, I make a motion to approve the past meeting minutes subject to changes and modifications.
Second.
Is that you?
Yes.
Second?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. All right, all those in favor? Say
Aye.
Nay, stay nay. Abstain. The ayes have it. We've recorded as 7-0-0.
Thank you.
All right. All right, heading back to the agenda. All right, going to the agenda. Let's look on, see who do we have here. We will start with community concerns, as we always do first. Do we have any concerns in the community? This is time to come in, let us know so that we can try to work and have district agencies assist with these problems. Do we have any concerns that we would like to announce?
I will echo probably an ongoing community concern that I've been hearing, which is about some of the sidewalks that have not been plowed. So if there's an opportunity, if you have a young person who needs hours, then I'm volunteering to offer those hours to them if they need them to graduate, to coordinate, to do snow removal. I got one volunteer today who reached out, and on Saturday from 3 to 5, we'll be on Southern Avenue clearing out the sidewalks just to make sure it's walkable because it's not really passable. So we'll do what we can. I'm happy to grant those hours, but if there's an ongoing opportunity there, so.
Do you need more salt?
Probably will. If we can get more salt, that'd be great if we could.
Well, let's reach out to, they did 2 weekends of salt runs here at DeWitt, fantastic.
Yep.
People came, buckets were filled, people's great. There was a lot of salt there. I still see a couple bricks still out there. I'll probably scoop up and I'd like to throw them on wherever I go.
Yeah.
So I'll probably come by later tonight and get a bucket of whatever's left there. But yeah, they did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Of bringing the salt right there. They had it right there in their
They had
parking
it right
lot
in the
right
park,
there,
yeah, in
and
the circle.
just mounds of
I
it.
was out of town.
Not sure they said we were possibly gonna have another storm, but I don't think we're having it now that it's gonna be warm next week. But if there's still some snow creep, as they like to continue saying, then we should definitely reach out and see if there's any more reserve that can do. A bucket or 2 goes a long way, especially with the sun now being over 30-some degrees. So I can shoot an email out and see if we can get any more salt to go along with that. That would definitely help. Not put your whole back into it, let it melt a little bit.
That'd be nice. Thank you.
All right.
Mr. Chair, I think it calls for rain.
Yeah, things supposed to be rain and
Sunday?
maybe a touch of near 50 next week, but we'll see. Weatherman gets it sometimes right, sometimes wrong. Best job in the world. What's up?
Hi, I'm Marla Blue. I live on 1609 Albert Street. Quick question. Does the city do the alleyways or we have to?
Only if it's the alleyway that you actually receive trash. So if you receive trash in the rear, they do the alleyway. The Bobcats came like the day after that and they cleared a lot of the alleyways I saw over there. Do you do front side or back side trash? Front, so then they didn't do it. That was the guidance that was in the email. I had another.
Yeah.
Very selective. So they back alleys that you get trash was done. Others, they didn't do them.
Even though DPW Ms. Blue is releasing their follow-up schedule, Randy Thorpe, one of the directors, has encouraged all residents to call 311 to submit your snow removal requests. Don't submit them using the app because the snow removal subject was removed from the app. So please call 311, email your ticket numbers to DPW and your commissioner as well.
Because we had an issue on my block where they came in, shoveled the alley, well,
Mhm.
had Bobcats come
Bobcats,
through.
yep.
But they dumped the huge pile of snow on ice right behind the church.
Yeah, they did that behind an apartment building on my side, so they had to
Like
come
on
later
church
on.
property.
Yeah.
And so the pastor came and knocked on my door.
Mhm.
It was like, hey, can you do something
Yeah.
about this?
The next day they came with
They came and got it.
with the big trucks and the scoopers, and they just scooped it in trucks, and I sat there and just watched them. A couple times they took large piles out. There's still some big piles like the one you see that's right here when they scraped everything, but we just gotta keep calling them until them come back and
They're still, removing snow. Even today, they are out there, cleaning up, areas that really desperately need to be.
Have you not had a trash pickup since the storm?
They came out on
Okay.
a Sunday.
Leave your cans out too. That's the advice. Do not take your cans in. If collection hasn't happened, leave your cans
I can't
out.
swing my gate. I still gotta get the trash out.
Yeah, I've got folks on
Yeah.
who have an alley, and their alley has not been cleared yet.
Mm-hmm.
And, we're working through that, but they're encouraging all of them to please leave your cans out. Don't take them in until the
Till it's
trash
empty.
has been collected.
And we did put in a 311 ticket, so should we forward that? for
Yes,
now?
forward that, and then add another.
Okay,
Forward.
thank you.
Sure thing.
All right. Any additional concerns?
This was
Did you-
your time.
Did you want to do this?
No,
one?
announcements. I put them on announcements.
Okay.
Yeah, I always clear out for concerns first.
Okay.
And then we have no more concerns, then we will go ahead and go with it. Let me double check, read it to see if there's anything on the chat. I always wanna. Okay, thank you. No, we'll go ahead and go with announcements. All right, sir.
First then.
An announcement is like 2 minutes. You don't have to do a whole presentation.
No, I'm actually just going to introduce myself. I'm sure everybody got this. My name is Manny Ego Egonwa. I'm going to be slow with my last name so it's clear. So it's Manny Ego Egonwa. I am with Cube Partners, and my partner and I and my firm, we acquired the site 950 Eastern Avenue on the corner of Eastern and Division Avenue. It was previously owned by TM and Associates, which I believe they had come out here eons ago to present this deal to you all. We recently acquired it mid last year. This deal's been funded by DHCD. I want to use the word attainable housing with quality housing that we're looking to deliver here. We will be back in March to make a more detailed presentation. As I understand, I have to visit executive session first, but I wanted to at least introduce myself. I am a DC resident, so is my business partner who's not here. We are a DC-based firm, we're a CBE. Two guys have left their jobs a few years ago to do the right thing in the city and bring quality housing in a district where it matters, across all wards, by the way. We do have deals that we call it equitable deals across the city, Ward 3, Ward 5, Ward 7, and really looking to build our profile in the city. So I look forward to coming back here and talking to you all. I've given you this is just a teaser of what we have. You can see the schedule of where things are today. And I'm happy to answer questions today, or I'll be here for a few minutes and just go from there.
And I guess for everyone's knowledge, this is the site they used to have a 7-Eleven.
Old 7-Eleven
That's
site.
correct.
Correct.
The old 7-Eleven
Yes.
site. It's boarded up right now.
Oh, yeah.
Soon to be taken.
They're gonna put the 7-Eleven back
Um,
under your development.
Well, we do. So we do have.
But it's directly adjacent to mine, so.
It does have a retail space, and you mentioned UPU earlier. UPU remains a part of this deal with a nonprofit, and because I would just note that what we're doing here is not just delivering housing, but also delivering housing with all the wraparound services. We believe in everything we do that upward mobility is a critical component of what we do. So all of that is included here, and I will give more details when I come back in March.
Okay.
Thank you.
And please remember to get on the, this is Commissioner Brown, to get on the agenda for the executive meeting
In March. I think
no,
you had mentioned the date.
February,
It's,
It'll be at the end of this month.
end of this month.
is there an actual date that I should be aware of?
Yeah.
So that I can note that now.
It's only 4 Thursdays, right? Or 5?
26.
February 4th.
Okay, so that'll be 2 weeks from now.
Okay. And is it here also, or is it virtual?
Virtual.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate it. I will step out so you guys can carry your business, but if anyone has questions for me, I can take it now.
You
Otherwise,
can stay for the meeting.
You can
want.
stay
You
for
guys
the
want to
meeting.
go, you can go.
It's public.
I'll listen to
Public
more.
meeting.
I was just like announcements.
You know, hang out, see how we talked about talk to the other developers. You might want to hear
That's it.
that.
I know. Yes, thank you.
You really might want to hear that part. All right, so thank you for that announcement. Do we have any additional announcements either here in the room or online?
I have a few announcements.
Excellent.
Okay. I have to pull it back up. Alright, so there's a blood drive going on with the DC National Panhandle Council on Saturday, February the 21st. For Black History Month Political
Hold on.
Forum.
Slow down.
I'll send it to you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Felicia
Said it.
Ashley from hosted by ABC News at Busboy and Poet. There is going to be, I guess, a candidate forum there for the DC delegates to Congress, DC Council at Large, Mayor of the District of Columbia. That's Wednesday, February the 18th at 6 p.m.
All right.
Do you have it? Yes, it is.
I guess I'll make a couple other announcements, just kind of following the tenor of yours. DC or DDOT has announced the e-bike program. And so that's going to be open. It's open now, so it's available from February 1st to the 26th. You sign up online electronically, you answer the questions, and you'll be entered into a lottery to receive potentially an e-bike. There is, on February the 20th, a Narcan training that will be happening. That's going to be at the Capitol View Library. On February 28th, Zion Baptist Church from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. is doing a Preserve Your Legacy, which is about estate planning, wills, trust, and how to preserve your family's legacy overall. And that's going to be held at Zion Baptist Church.
And what day?
That is February the 28th from 1 to 3 p.m. And then there's also a budget town hall that'll be happening March the 11th. And at various other dates that's going to be put on by Councilmember White.
Oh, these are just from Councilmember White, not the ones from the mayor? She's not doing it this year?
I didn't look to see if the mayor was doing
Okay.
the check, but I'm sure she probably is.
She tends to do
Yeah,
at least three of them.
Fairly consistent.
3 to 4
yeah.
of them every time, so I was just wondering if it was that and we'll wait to see if there's anything coming from Councilmember Felker, if there's one ward side specific one as well. All right, thank you for all of those updates, announcements. Do we have?
One more.
Go ahead.
The president's not here. The new president of the Deanwood Citizen Association, Wilson Abo, they are having their meeting on February the 23rd. They had a rough time trying to get online,
Okay.
so that's why the meeting was not held. So it's a new board, so they're trying to get things together and figure it out. So the Deanwood Citizens Association meet here, or they may do it virtual, it all depends, because people job careers change. But it's always 6:30 on Zoom as well, on February the 23rd. And you're gonna have to go and present to them as well.
There you go.
You can send info@deanwoodcitizens.org, and they'll receive all the mail.
Right.
Thank you.
Last thing that came to mind while you were speaking, there was an update on the tax policy, and there's DC tax policy. That's, I think, going to go under litigation. And so apparently Congress passed to say that we cannot decouple ourselves from the federal legislation, the one big beautiful bill. There's a conflict between DC Council and how they count congressional days versus how Congress is counting congressional days, so they get 30 days to review. And so it's going to go under review, and I think we are just going to all have to continue to monitor the situation. And if we hear anything, or if I hear any inside baseball, I'll share it with the community.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be there could be an impact on this year's taxes.
Yeah, everyone who
Depending on how it
filed
works.
will have to refile, and you'll have to kick the can down, and it'll delay any refunds as well that anyone will expect from DC government.
Yeah.
It won't impact federal. You should still file those, but it's the local taxes that are concerning.
Yeah. So, all right, thank you again. All good announcements. Last call before we There you go. Come on, let's not miss the time to do it.
It's like, don't be shy.
Hi, my name is Loretta Francis. I am the 6th District Community Outreach Specialist for the U.S. Attorney's Office.
Oh,
Get your
okay.
emails all the time. What happened to our monthly report?
Yes, yes. So the court reports are available. I do have contact sheets here that I can share with everyone. We have a community outreach specialist in every district. Liddy Lowe is the community outreach specialist for the 7th district. So we cover
Yeah, I
east of the
remember.
river. And
You
then,
go 6 and 7 or just 7?
so I'm 6
You're
and
6,
she's
right?
7. Yes, 7 district, yes. And so I'll leave these on the table, and then we also have a newsletter that we, for January, that shares some of the highlights of the office. So I'll share this, I'll put a couple out for everyone that talks about our community engagement, and then some of the cases that the
You
prosecution.
still send out the monthly?
So yes, so
Yeah,
the court report,
Yeah.
we are adjusting one of the at the end, the paper cases.
Yeah.
That we updated our software.
Yeah.
So there's a glitch, so we are trying to make sure that we can get you the report. So this one will be a little late, but I will
Okay.
make sure that you get it, and then you can always email me if you're not
On
getting
the
the
distro list?
report. Yes, you can
Yeah.
email me and let me know that you want it. We also have a community engagement mailbox that you can email any concerns.
Mm-hmm.
It's on here, but it's community engagement dc@usdoj.gov that you can email us about any concerns. And so, of course, the community engagement team, we do outreach all over the city. We attend the meetings, we go into the schools, we do senior presentations, we go to the apartments, we do elder abuse, fraud and scams, internet safety. We have a host of presentations. So if you are ever, if any of your constituents need presentations, please email me and I can make the arrangements for it to happen. Yes, let me get a couple more of these.
Do you also do the mediation as well? Could we contact you if we have constituents who have questions about mediation, or is it different?
So I don't do it, but you can email me and I can
Connect us with
try
the
to
people.
connect you.
There's a department in DC that does
DC Court
mediation.
does mediation.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I think
that
we had-
I thought you. Okay,
I think there was
I'm
also
sorry.
an agency, a long time ago, they told us there was an agency that also did residential mediation.
Yes.
I think they might partner with DCAG.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go dig through, that was from a while ago, see if it's still that, or I'll talk to the director to see if that group still does that. But they told us that years ago that there was a mediation group.
So it's the same office for Ward 7 for the contact.
Exactly, I'm sending the last community contact sheet.
Okay. I remember seeing it before, but I'm like, where do I? Okay.
Sit on
Let me look right here.
Yes.
between two neighbors
Thank
on the
you.
tree. Who's cutting the tree?
But if someone called from other wards, you'll still.
One neighbor.
You can
Go
contact
for
us and we can direct them to the correct person. Everybody's on that contact sheet, but yes, you can always call me and I can direct you to the appropriate person.
Thank you. Thank you.
Also, I just want to mention briefly that DC Attorney General announced a RICO lawsuit, a civil RICO lawsuit, against the slumlord who owns a lot of properties. Some of those properties are in 7C.
Okay.
So I do encourage
about this?
commissioners to review.
I would say, how about this? How about we just have the AG come?
Yeah.
And talk about it. So, whatever they want to discuss, we can have more details about what's happening in 7C. We'll reach out to his office and see if we can get him to come for the March meeting. Thank you for that update. All right. A lot of updates. Anything else?
There's none for Ward 8. My church is in Ward 8.
So that would be the 7th district, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We work 5 districts, but we still cover the wards.
Gotcha.
In our district, yeah.
So we're gonna let their announcement also be part of NPD, since we don't have anybody from NPD today.
They haven't been in a while.
So that was right on time. Thank you very much.
They haven't
And
been.
we'll go ahead and move on to next on the agenda after MPD. I don't see a lot of folks here, so let's just go to the folks who are here so we don't waste time. Up next is Miss Maria Escher of DCPL.
Hi,
Hello.
I'm Maria Escher from the Deanwood Library down the hall.
Yay.
And I have some exciting news about the Deanwood Library. So, some of you, hopefully most of you already know that there are plans to build a standalone Deanwood Library in a few years, where the parking lot of the Metro parking lot is right now. So they would turn, the plan is to turn not the kiss and ride lot, but the other lot into a standalone library, and then a joint development with some retail and some apartments or condos on top. So, I'm here to share that we are kicking off the community engagement phase of the Deanwood Library. And so, over the summer, I think Commissioner Holmes and I attended some different meetings with different designers, but an architecture firm has been picked. It's called Schimberg Levinas and Studio Tsang Architects. So Schimberg Levinas is a DC-based firm, and their projects have included the Hyde-Addison Elementary School, the Dance Institute of Washington, and the American University Katzen Center Gallery. And then Studio Tsang Architects is an internationally recognized practice whose work includes the Obama Presidential Center in Chicago. So I'm really enthused about those architects, and we're going to kick off the community engagement with a open house meeting at the library down the hall on the evening of Wednesday, March 18th. So the library closes at 6, and then from 6 onwards, still probably hopefully 8 or so, we'll have the library directors, a leadership team, including Mr. Reyes Gavilan, and then Jaspreet Palwa, who's the head of our capital projects division, and as well as the architects will be in the library. It's you don't have to stay. There's not going to be a formal presentation, but you can drop in during any time between 6 and 8. There'll be light snacks. Hopefully, that's what I'm
Hopefully.
Got me there already. I'm already there.
I'm pushing for snacks, so nobody's asking me. But we'll make it happen. And it'll be more of a drop in, speak to different people, share your opinions. And this will be the start of probably about a year or 18 months of visiting different stakeholders, groups such as this one, to try to get different opinions about what people want to see in their library. So, how you can help is to pass on news of this meeting and then all the future engagements to your residents and to the community to make sure that we're reaching people that the library doesn't usually reach.
Will there be a flyer?
So there's no flyer yet. It's online, and I sent an email to the office of the ANC, the email that sent out the agenda, just with a link to this. Well, you should have a flyer next week. It's just, but you can look at. I printed out copies of this to see, but it is Wednesday, March 18th, 6 onwards.
Yes. Okay. So when we get this, trust me, when we get the flyer, it will be sent far and wide. People want to know this third place is going to be great.
I think so. And they really the architects really take the community's perspective into account.
Yes.
When you look at DPL and the other projects that were completed across the city, first comes to mind is Southwest, with a really mid-century modern feel, and that's what those residents wanted.
Right.
West End got a coffee shop because that's what those residents wanted, and they wanted also a place where the homeless could use a facility as well. So.
And they said they're not going to start designing until they've, had some meetings with people to get an idea of what the need is and the want.
So if you got one, now's the time to share it.
Exactly.
Excellent. Look, the library is so far ahead of the developer. I've reached out to the developer, and they are still talking about making sure they have a JD solidified with WMATA. So I can see this project, the library, coming before. Yes. So we'll see. I will reach back out to them again. That would be, what's the name of your favorite? Ray Nix.
Oh.
Reach back out to Ray Nix and see if they have had any progress since the last call I gave him in January. Okay. Please give me a call. But thank you. No, very exciting news. All right. So let's see who else. Have anybody new jump on? The developers jump on. Is Vincent on? Okay. All right, so. Okay. Do we have any of the developers from Eastern Avenue, all 4 projects? Is anyone on the line right now? I don't see them. And they're a big part of the agenda. We'll try to find them. If they don't come, then we will just go in the negative, and then we will see them at the zoning hearing.
I mean, I think
That's all we
there's been
can
some
do.
questions raised about those projects, maybe they're just not ready.
They have to be ready because the case is next month, and that's why we always try to give it up to the last minute so they can, or give them a little time to at least get it addressed before we actually submit our decision memo on the case. So. What we'll do is go ahead. So
what's the date on that? Do we need to weigh in tonight or?
Yeah, we have 4.
Okay, yeah,
we have 4 cases.
Okay.
Zachary Williams? No. Matt D, that's the other guy. Zachary Williams. They asked to be on this. I don't like chasing people on the day of. They get 1 call, that's it. All right, but while we're doing that, let's go ahead and have a. Okay. Okay. Let us go ahead and have. I know. Let's go ahead and have. Is it Ms. Vincent? And we have Amber Wright. So let's start with Ms. Vincent, and then we'll have Ms. Wright follow up, and I'll make a phone call with their proceeding. Okay? Can you see allowed to share? Did I make you code? Make sure a couple more people co-host here.
And the resolution, I'll just add while we're in rest, the resolution is available, so.
It is available?
Yeah, I emailed it out, and so I can.
We'll come back. We have time. We'll come back and we'll have you do a discuss about it. It was mostly just to finish the part that we talked about before. But yeah, just let's finish this and then
Yeah,
we'll
no
come back
worries.
up. Okay? So you, Ms. Vincent, you have presentation mode, so you can share. You should be good.
Well, I want to just first start off by saying good evening, everyone. And if I haven't seen you yet this year, Happy New Year. I am here. Normally you would see Sean McKean, and I will be representing Ward 7C until we find another constituent services coordinator. As you guys may already know, he has made announcements to all our ANC civic leaders and so forth to let you know that he is now working for DGS. Oh. Fortunately for us, he's still going to be representing Ward 7. And so until we fill his position, I'll be managing and supporting Ward 7C. So thank you. I will also just indicate that I'm a resident of 7C. And so I actually am attending the meetings that I should have been attending as a constituent myself. So this is actually a great opportunity for me to get to know not only the ANC commissioners, but the neighbors and what the concerns are in our area, in addition to what I already know as a resident. I'll try to be as brief as possible, but I want to indicate that the best way to get all of the updates for our council office in terms of what we're doing since our last session with you, or what we're actively working on behind the scenes. There's a lot of updates and information according to events and things like that that are in our newsletters, and those newsletters are archived on the website. In addition, I encourage you to subscribe to our newsletter so you can get that directly. And then we also have social media. At the end of the slide deck, I'll show a QR code where you can get access to all those things to subscribe to the website and to get to our website handles. So I encourage you to stay engaged and involved to know all the great things that the council is doing on behalf of not just 7C, but the entire Ward 7. If you want to speak with Councilmember Felder and his staff, or you want to have an opportunity to commune with us and tell us about your solutions or the concerns you have for the ward, you're welcome to do so. We have office hours every first Friday of the month. Our next one will be in March. We had office hours at Denny's at 10 a.m. The one there on Benning Road last week, and it was an amazing opportunity to talk with some nonprofit organizations and some other constituents about ways to make Ward 7 better, cleaner, and more beautiful. I love those types of conversations and appreciate the opportunity to have sit-downs and one-on-ones. In addition to the office hours, every first Friday, we also have the Ward Wednesdays. I'm at DGS on Minnesota Avenue, right there next to the post office and across the street from the McDonald's. Every Wednesday, I'm there from 9:30 to 5. Just yesterday, I was there all day with constituents, popping in, sharing support, helping with Snow Heroes, but also sharing solutions and concerns about the ward so that we can work together to make Ward 7 better and stronger. If you haven't been abreast about the new subcommittee that the council member has, I want to make sure that we all know and are aware that our council member was honored to receive a subcommittee. This is unprecedented because usually a council member would have to wait at least 2 years for a committee. And given all the circumstances, and especially given that Ward 7 is most impacted by this, we are happy that he was awarded the Local Business Development Committee, and that oversees small local business development throughout the city, but also, most importantly, the RFK Community Benefits Agreement. So he'll be able to oversee to make sure Ward 7 is first, Ward 7 is at the helm, and Ward 7 is at the table. And so we are very fortunate to have that opportunity for the ward to move forward economically, but also we're going to be hiring for a senior policy analyst to head that subcommittee. So as you see in the next set of bullets, we're hiring not just our constituent service coordinator, but also the senior policy analyst and the legislative director. This will allow us to be able to move forward as we go into our oversight season, our budget season, and to continue to make Ward 7 a more community that allows for us to thrive. The biggest piece of focus that our office has on this budget, given that budget season is well on its way. As you know, oversight hearings have already started. Our budget town hall, I did drop some information in the chat earlier, but I want to reiterate that it will be on February the 25th at 6 p.m. right on East Capitol Street, again, right here in 7C at Maya Angelou Public Charter School. There is on-street and off-street parking. We'll open doors at 5:30. I encourage you to register today. Please take a picture of the flyer you see on your screen. Get the QR code, get the link, share it far and wide. This is super important. I know that other people are having budget town halls as well, but this is the Ward 7 budget town hall. So this is about what we are looking for in terms of priorities financially in this city. So like when the council member goes to speak to the colleagues and to the mayor, he wants to be able to say that he is representing the ward and what they need and what they desire and what they see as priorities. And the only way to do that is if you are willing to submit either a survey, a letter, or attend the town hall so that we can hear your voice, make sure that it's included in the final draft of a letter to the mayor, as well as in conversation with council colleagues. So again, I implore you to please take a picture of the flyer. I'll also drop the link in the chat after I finish the presentation, and share with all your neighbors, friends, listservs, social media, so that we can make sure people come and that the letter is inclusive. As I mentioned before, the letters are due February 17th, so that's next week. And the surveys are due on February 15th, so that's on Sunday. So please, again, if you have not already submitted your letters to our office or have not already taken the independent survey, we encourage you to do so. So the QR code you see on the screen here is an opportunity to take the budget survey. This is your independent thoughts, ideas, priorities, suggestions, feedback. Keep in mind, everyone has a different lived experience, so everyone has a different opinion and perspective. And then we respect all of those, but we also want to understand what's the consensus across the board. And again, to do that, we need your input. So we encourage you to take a picture of the QR code, go to the link, fill out the survey, and share it with everyone you know that is on the board that can give insight and input on how we should move forward. This is also oversight hearing time, as I mentioned earlier. If you have concerns about any of our agencies, you have gaps and barriers that you have identified. I've heard people talk about snow. I've heard people talk about missed trash collection. I know there are other projects that people are concerned about that are coming up that are DDOT or DPW or DOB or DTS related. And so we're just encouraging folks to have your voice included in conversations when they deliberate over the input of the constituents. And to do that, you can phone in your testimony, you can call, you can write it in, or you can show up in person. You can also do that if it's already passed. So if you go to dccouncil.gov, you'll be able to see the oversight hearing schedules, you'll be able to see where to submit a testimony, how you can submit a testimony, and when are the deadlines to either sign up or submit the written version or verbal version of your testimony. Again, I encourage you, please, please, please amplify your voice by making sure these agencies know that your lived experiences are based on 301 calls and resolutions, based on your neighborhood and the way it looks, the way it's serviced. So please engage in those hearings. Then last but not least, I want to just offer an opportunity to volunteer. We are recently put out a call of action to the board for snow heroes, given we had a number of seniors who signed up for the need of a snow hero, but we have very few volunteers to actually execute on that need. And so we put a call to action last week as an office, asking folks to step up and help support our seniors and our neighbors. And in addition to that, we have town halls, we have door knocking, we have other services that will be extended in terms of volunteerism. So again, I'll drop the link in the chat if you want to volunteer as a snow hero as it continues to clear up and melt, but also for other activities and functions to support the ward. If you have any questions or concerns, I've asked you to reach out to our office. We're here to serve you. We are trying to do everything and all things to make sure that you feel safe, secure, that you feel heard, that you feel like we're acting on your feedback, and to make sure you